What's good, YouTube? Christian Innovation here, bringing you guys another discussion today. Today's discussion will be about a topic that's not always talked about when it comes to side decking, and it is conversion side decking. So without further ado, let's begin. What is conversion side decking? Conversion side decking is side decking when you're taking your extra deck and basically just editing out your main deck into either a completely different deck or changing your main deck strategy, which is very different from just side decking floodgates for the opposing matchup. Because sometimes when you have a main deck, you can't always side out floodgates, because sometimes the floodgates hurt your deck as well. A great example of this would be my hero deck siding in Shadow Mirrors for the BA matchup, which might help me against the BA matchup, but at the same time, I can't resolve my Shadow Mist effect off because of its special summoning and then going to the grave, so I won't be able to put off my cool combos with Call and Hunted. So when it comes to situations like that, it's always a good, instead of stressing yourself out trying to find another floodgate to beat the meta, it's always a good way to do things like conversion fighting. Great examples of this will be when Chain Burn back in the day used to fight into an Insector deck, which is something a lot of people used to do back in the day, and it kind of fades in and out of favor throughout the formats. But basically, you'll side out most of the Chain Burn core for the Insector core, and then you'll have a decent strategy from your opponent kind of side against you, and then you go into a different deck. Other great aspects of a conversion side deck is when you go, okay, your main deck is all Mirror Force, Vanities, Infinite, etc. And typically, it's like a scenario instead of you changing your hero deck, because you can't really change the hero core to something else. Well, I guess you technically can if you really wanted to, but it might not be that optimal because of extra deck issues. You can do things like, instead of keeping in your Mirror Force and keeping Call at 3, you can slide those things out. This can apply for any deck. You can slide those things out for triple Phoenix Chain, your Deep Fusions, whatever. Like things like Deep Prison, like things like that. Basically changing up your main deck strategy where you're not always trying to go for the, okay, they're gonna set up their field, I'm gonna deep Mirror Force the big field and come back. You can say, okay, this deck doesn't really care about you wiping their board out as long as they affect their effects off. So you can bring cards like Phoenix Chain, Breakthrough Skill, or even Effect Veiler to stop them. Conversion side decking, basically. You converting your deck into a different strategy, but still trying to achieve the same goal. Now I know this kind of sounds similar to this side decking in Floodgates, but it is not. I mean, not granted. Some people do, because some of these cards can be main deck. Like Phoenix Chain should and could be main deck, but it's not good against every deck in this meta. Like Phoenix Chain is terrible against BA. It's terrible against Cleaforce, but it's amazing against Road deck. It's amazing against Tellarknights. I guess Tellar's Road deck now. And it's amazing against Necro. So if you know a card like Phoenix Chain, Breakthrough Skill, those are just prime examples. I'm pretty sure the list can go on. I just can't think of it right now. Those cards can go in for other matchups instead of just a floodgate. Because the problem with a floodgate is they're a continuous trap card that gives you a great advantage, like Vanity's Emptiness. But at the same time, once they leave the field, they're null and void. Versus things like, you know, your Skill Drain and your Phoenix Chain. But once they leave the field, they did their job already. So, you know, side decking in cards for certain matchups, like that you could typically see in a main deck, is really good for two aspects of a tournament. Number one, most people will walk up to your tables and around and see you playing. Let's say, for example, they saw me Phoenix Chain in my opponent. They're like, okay, Chris is main Phoenix Chain, but they don't see that I sided out Mirror Force. And then if I play that person later in the round, they're prepping Phoenix Chain, they're making their plays less prone to Phoenix Chain, and they get Mirror Force back. What the hell? I didn't see this when I was watching this game earlier. So like, it has that aspect of it, and then it has the aspect of just helping your match stronger with your opponent worried about you siding your floodgates. Not saying siding floodgates is bad, guys, but in certain scenarios, floodgates will not help you. So you always want to think about conversion side deck, so that way your deck can still function properly and not be all anti-meta as game 2 and 3. So with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's discussion. If you did, go to big thumbs up, share, support. If you have any more questions about conversion side decking, please comment in the comment section below, and I will happily answer them for you. Let's try to get the video to 40 likes. 40 likes would be great. And of course, I do these videos to help you guys become better players. I also do these videos for you guys to help me become a better player. So once again, this is Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace. Have a good day, guys.